Welcome back, everybody. Anybody, but probably nobody. This is ThorW, and we're continuing Dark Souls 3. In the last episode, we picked up a bunch of stuff here in the Profane Capital, but there are a couple of loose ends I'd like to tie up in regards to the Irithyll dungeon. So, I'm doing a tiny bit of backtracking before we go back to business in Firelink. And the first bit of backtracking is going to be right back here. And if you recall what was in here, well, it's them. Yes, it's true, I have to kill them again. And I have to be very careful of it, because if they, well, at this level of health, the tiniest hit will kill me. So let's back up and let them come over here to me. Either you come to me or you die. Also, I never read the Gold Serpent Ring description, which I really should have. So anyway, I am currently at 9 health, 9 HP. Oh, look, another soldering iron. 9 HP out of 1188. Is that my max? My max is 1188? That's not bad. And now we're up to 589, and now we should be about full. Not quite full, though. Even with a +8 Estus flask. Having a slow weapon like this is unfortunately not the most ideal of situations against these enemies, considering the fact that they reduce my maximum HP and everything. Let me just, yeah? How's life? How's things going for you, missy? Oh, I'm gonna backstab the hell out of her. I'm gonna backstab the crap out of you! Yeah, biatch! Later. Dead. All dead? Everyone's dead. Wonderful. Wunderbar. Except you. But we can solve that. We can solve that problem very quickly, very easily. Very nice. Now then, let us use the jailer key ring. That's the reason we picked it up, and come in here.
Oh, there you are.
Hi.
I thought you'd all but forgotten me. How sweet. Good to know that a skinny little heretic can still turn heads. Oh, you're not one of them, are you?
Not a
Accept
jailer.
my apologies for mistaking you for one of those leeches. So, what business have you here? This is a land of monstrosities, and I am no exception.
Okay, so obviously we're going to offer our help.
You're here to save
Because
me.
we're heroes.
But I'm guilty. A wretched child of the abyss. Is that something you can forgive?
I'm not the best guy in the world either.
Oh, really? You are no ordinary man. Very well. Besides, I've grown tired of imprisonment. I am Karla, and I accept your proposal.
Wish I could see your face under that dumb hat. So Karla has accepted our proposal. Aw, man, we're gonna have a waifu. Oh, wait, I'm betrothed to Henri. Damn it. Anyway, she will be waiting back at Firelink for us. Oh, by the way, don't worry about my homeward bones. I basically have infinite homeward bones. I'm never running out. I'd have to do a lot of boning to run out of them. Now we're going to go back to the Irithyll dungeon bonfire real quick. As you recall, there were a few cells that we could not open originally, but now that we have the jailer's key ring, we will be able to enter them and grab the goodies within. which I would like to do for one specific reason. Because we will grab something that I would like before I go back to Firelink. This is another rusted gold coin. How nice. Get on the flow. Later, nerd. Let's see. I think it's right down here, right? There we go. We can open up this door. And we get the prisoner chief's ashes. Very nice. Very good. And I believe that's everything that I wanted to open when I think about it. So let's go back to the shrine bonfire. Oh, that's very nice. So we're going to be able to talk a little bit about Karla as we come back here, and a little bit about the stuff we just picked up, like the prisoner chief's ashes. Which, let's take a look. Umbral ash of the prisoner chief of the catacombs. With this, the shrine handmaid will prepare new items. The prisoner chief used his clout to hoard all manner of things, but died without putting them to use. So prisoner chief of the catacombs, which I find very interesting,
well,
unless they're just using catacombs to refer to the Irithyll dungeon.
How may I be of service?
Hiccup.
Gracious letter.
I think she says... Yeah, nothing new. So with that, we get blooming purple moss clumps available for anyone that needs to deal with toxic or even regular poison. It cures both. It's just very nice. Young white branches are forever buyable. I think they were already, but I'm not sure. I think these came from the Xanthus ashes as well, I believe. Sorry, I didn't make mention of that. Let's see, so what else do we get? We get Karla's set. So, Karla's pointed hat. Hat of the Dark Witch Karla. A pointed hat is the signature of a heretical sorceress. Karla, however, always kept it close. Coat of the Dark Witch Karla. The stained coat is torn and odorous, telling of a long journey and even longer imprisonment. It would be madness to wear such a thing. And the gloves say the thing, and the pants say the same thing. So, to wear them would be madness. Madness to wear such a thing. Which is probably why I'm going to wear it in the future, but that's what the prison chief's ashes gave us, is Karla set mainly. So if anyone wants those, that is how you acquire them. Or I guess you could get it if you killed Karla. Now before we talk to Karla, we have business here with Orbeck.
Back again, I see. Perfect timing, too. I'm in need of a diversion.
I guess you're bored. Let's give him the sorcery scroll, Logan scroll.
Oh my. You've made quite the discovery. This is a scroll of the prodigious Big Hat Logan.
Yeah, it is.
A masterful sorcerer, long missed in Minheim. And now we have his scroll. Right here in my very hands. I don't mean to in exchange
Really?
in the form
Really? Really? You're going to talk about that? Anyway, this gives us Homing Soul Mass, Soul Spear, Big Hat Logan's 2 signature spells, and much, much, much cheaper in this game than they were in Dark Souls 1. Holy crap. I think Soul Spear in Dark Souls 1 was like 50,000? Or 40,000 at the very least, and Homing Soul Mass was 20. Yeah. This is only 5,000, wow. Sorcery developed by Big Hat Logan, the great sorcerer who left the Dragon School in an age long past, fires a Soul Spear. The spear boasts superior penetrating power and is testament to Logan's strength in battle. So this is it is what it says. It's a soul arrow that pierces enemies, and it does quite a lot of damage. And Homing Soul Mass, sorcery developed by Big Hat Logan. This sorcery may offer a clue as to what Logan sought, but further investigation suggests its attraction to living things mirrors the nature of the dark. So we'll be buying those, obviously.
I don't mean to say anything, but I promise to stay safe. Oh, what is it? Forgot something?
I bought everything he has to offer at the moment, it would seem.
I don't mean to anything, the fact.
That's all you're going to say? I don't mean to be overbearing? God, I wish they would
Promise to stay
vary up
safe.
the talk options with this guy a little bit. Yeah, and you've got nothing for me either because I did all your stuff. Cool. All right. So moving on, we have Karla, who takes up residence right in this little alcove here, as she is wont to do.
Ah, there you are.
And there's her face.
As I said, I am Karla.
She has a nice little face.
And am grateful
She's a
to
cutie.
you. Now, what shall we do? The only thing that might interest you is my sorcery. Although my dark arts are a detestable sort. That wouldn't interest you, would it?
Oh, of course it would.
You're a wicked one, aren't you? Very well. Humans are of the dark, and you are no different. Some may avert their eyes, but the truth remains the truth. Be careful, though. Few humans are privy to this knowledge. Let it be a secret, kept between you and I.
So, Karla has been dropping a few hints. We're going to go ahead and talk to her one more time.
There is one thing that you should know. There is a darkness within man, and I am afraid you will peer into it. Whether the fear will spark self-reflection or a ruinous nostalgia is up to you entirely. Fear not.
We did it.
Your choice will bring you no scorn.
Okay, so, Karla has been dropping a few hints about a few things. First off, her situation in the game is very reminiscent of a character in Demon's Souls, who was also found imprisoned and used dark sorceries and dark magics. Heck, she even sounds like her. Might be the same voice actress too. As for the way she was talking and the her equipment, called her a cursed child, and she even said so herself, a cursed child of the abyss, a child of dark. This is more a reference to Dark Souls 2 than anything else, of the characters Nishandra, Alana, Nadalia, and there's another one that I completely forget, but they were fragments of Manus, a boss from Dark Souls 1, the Dark Souls 1 DLC. Manus was the primeval man. He was the first human and inheritor of the Dark Soul itself, of which all humans stem from. So when Karla was talking that there is a dark within mankind and is afraid you might peer into it, that's 100% true. There is a dark inside of each person, specifically because of the fact that every human was born of the Dark Soul. So they have at least a fragment of the Dark Soul within them. Now, when Manus was killed in Dark Souls 1, back in Irithyll, his soul fragmented and split and grew into, well, these children of the Abyss, the children of Dark, quote-unquote, Nishandra, Alana, Nadalia, and Karla here, more than likely, and someone else. And they each kind of reflected a different emotion, for the most part, or personality trait that Manus had. For example, there was Manus's greed and Manus's lust for power, stuff like that. At first it seemed like they were going to go through the 7 deadly sins, and then things kind of got a little bit different with them, but it is highly hinted at that Karla is a fragment of Manus's soul specifically, which is why she casts dark sorceries. And dark sorceries, if we look at them and we take a peek at their description, a forbidden dark sorcery casts a dark manifestation of humanity. It appears to be an expression of envy or perhaps love towards another that will tenaciously pursue its target, even if, like so many human desires, it amounts to nothing but misfortune. It takes 32 int to cast. These dark sorceries are make use of the dark soul itself, the soul of a human, in order to cast them, whereas the opposition of normal sorceries uses... It's more like just the mana in the air. It kind of taps more into similar to what the light soul would be, and it was derived from Seath, whereas the dark sorceries are derived straight from the human souls. So, we're going to buy Affinity and Dark Edge. We'll take a look at Dark Edge. A dark sorcery strikes the blade formed of humanity's darkness. Passed from mother to daughter, this blade was intended for both protection and as a means for taking one's own life. The young girl never swung it more than once. That's possibly telling. So passed from mother to daughter. So Karla's mother taught this to her, and was likely well, it seems like it. This is where it gets kind of convoluted. It seems like she was maybe a fragment of Manus herself, and that might be why Karla has the knowledge of dark sorceries, was she is the daughter of one of Manus's direct fragments of his soul. And, the young girl never swung it more than once means that she might have used it to kill her mother. Anyway, we can give her pyromancy tomes.
Oh, a pyromancy
like the Quaylana
tome.
tome.
Quaylana, Witch of Irithyll. Well, this is a fascinating pyromancy. Very well. If this is your wish, I will unravel the thing the best I can. Besides, it will be nice to play master for once.
Alright, so she learned Quaylana's pyromancy tome, which gives her Fire Whip, Firestorm, and Rapport. Primal pyromancy, taught by Quaylana, Fire Whip, daughter of the Witch of Irithyll, sweeps foes with a Fire Whip. The caster manipulates the flames at will, making this an extremely difficult spell to use. Pyromancy is at once the knowledge of controlling flame and the knowledge that control is impossible. Firestorm, primal pyromancy, taught by Quaylana, surrounds the caster with multiple pillars of flame. The raging storm is indiscriminate, such is the intrinsic horror of the flame. And finally, Rapport, advanced pyromancy of Quaylana, charms the enemy, making them a temporary ally. The living are lured by flame, and this tendency is elemental to the art of pyromancy. Rapport actually works on a lot of enemies. There are many, many enemies you can use Rapport on. It only costs 15 intelligence to be able to use it at all. It does cost 30 FP, which is a lot. But it's not... It's pretty interesting with how varied the uses are of Rapport. In addition, we can give her the Grave Warden Pyromancy Tome.
Another pyromancy tome, have we? And one that resonates with the dark, yes. Well suited to me. I may be a heretical sorcerer, but you bring me nothing but pyromancies. Fiendish little lad, you.
I find that pretty interesting. So that gives us Black Flame and Black Fire Orb. Pyromancy discovered by Grave Wardens after High Lord Wolnir fell to the Abyss. Creates a giant black flame in hand. Black flames born from the Abyss bear no shadow. They are said to be the impenetrable fires of humanity. And Black Fire Orb hurls a black fireball. The black flame inflicts dark damage, striking foes with weighty force. So, this helps tell more about the soul of humanity itself and how it has a weight to it, like a physical weight to the force that it emits. So we can also give her the Deep Braille Divine Tome and the Londor Braille Divine Tome without making her go insane, which is very she won't go insane from it because she's already dark and won't be corrupted, and this keeps Irithyll from becoming corrupted by them as well.
Oh. Is this a divine tome? What on earth are you thinking? I wouldn't go near a divine tome, or any so-called miracle.
Oh, come on.
And casters of miracles are sure to steer clear of me.
No.
So please, don't torture me so.
So the first time you try, she's like, no, I don't wanna, but
You...
you just force it on her.
How could you? Oh... I know. I know. I owe my life to you.
You're gonna take this to Karla.
Fine then. But just this once, I will tell you this tale.
Yeah, you're gonna take it.
But do understand, it will be my first time.
I don't care if it's your first time.
I'll have no sniggering should I err.
Lewd. So that gives us deep protection. Miracle taught to inaugurated deacons of the Cathedral of the Deep. Slightly boosts attack, damage absorption, and resistance while also increasing stamina recovery speed. The Deep was originally a peaceful and sacred place, but became the final rest for many abhorrent things. This Tale of the Deep offers protection for those who worship amidst those horrors. And Null, dark miracle taught in the Cathedral of the Deep, summons insect swarms to feast on foes. These insects which lurk in the deep have tiny jaws lined with fangs to tear open the skin and burrow into the flesh in the blink of an eye, causing intense bleeding.
Ah,
Finally, the Londor
You-
Braille Divine Tome.
how could you? Oh... I know. I know. I owe my life to you. Fine then. But just this once,
Deal with it?
I will tell you this tale.
Shut up, you love it.
I'll have no sniggering should I err.
Oh, it's not your first time, so it's fine. And with that, we can learn Darkblade, Vow of Silence, and Dead Again. Miracle of the Sable Church of Londor. The third daughter, Lillian, one of the founders of the Sable Church, is said to recount tales that portray the suffering and conflict of hollows. Bleh. Vow of Silence. Prevents spells in the vicinity, including one's own. Members of the Sable Church are all trained swordsmen, each sworn only to their weapons as they bear the leaden silence of Londor. And Dead Again, sacrilegious miracle of the Sable Church of Londor. Bless corpses, transforming them into traps. Londor, the Hollow Realm, is a society of undead comprised of the corpses and shades of those who led unsavory lives. Is such blessing really something one must ponder? So this turns corpses into explosives, basically. They burst out with a dark energy. So we need, as you can see, all of these spells are expensive except for Deep Protection and Null. Those are pretty cheap. Anyway, we need, let me see, about 77,000
Please stay
souls.
safe.
That's fine.
Ah, hello again. Thank goodness. Yes. Yes. You require my sorceries, I presume.
So,
There is one
yeah, nothing else to
Do
say.
stay safe.
And do stay safe. Yay! So we got a new friend, Karla! And we talked a lot about the intrinsic darkness of man and the human soul itself. And we got a bunch of stuff that we've got to buy. I gotta spend so many. I gotta spend 77,000 souls to get the rest of those. Jeez. Well, that's fine. I mean, we'll get that in no time, especially considering we're getting relatively close to the boss of the profaned capital. Which means that right now is probably a pretty darn good time to go ahead and take a break until the next episode. Thank you guys so very much for watching. I will see you on the next episode where we finally tackle the last bit of the profaned capital. This episode was nothing but talking in lore, but I like talking in lore, and I hope you guys too. So, let's go ahead and head down that ladder next time. See you next time, guys.